I'm Jake.
And I'm Nick.
And today we're going to be reacting to JonTron. For those who don't know, mostly you, I did some reactions to JonTron this year, and one of them got a shit ton of views, and I think everybody should get one special video.
Yeah, I heard. I'm honored that I was the one that was chosen today.
Yeah, don't tell Matt. Anyway, this is his 2015 movie review. He started out as a gamer and then shifted to movies.
Nice.
This is 2015 review of the animated Titanic film, which came out after the movie with DiCaprio and Winslet. Not a lot of resemblance, but it's definitely worth talking about. So, without further ado, here's John.
Interesting intro. I like it.
Nintendo guy.
Yeah, I kind of like it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I will wait a lifetime, my love, for I know you will return to me one day. Every last of the 3,500 miles from Southampton to the Big Apple feels like a dagger of infinity thrust between our hearts. My sweet darling, we were to be reunited once again as man and bride. We were to finally escape the persecution of our family's name. But as fate would have it, all our hopes and dreams were swallowed whole with you into the ocean's abyss. I could swear it were all a lie, and I could see your ship there just on the horizon. I must have forgotten, for that was so many years ago now. But I have not forsaken you. Oh dear, what's this? Titanic, The Legend Goes On? A full-length animated feature based on the legend of the Titanic. Wait, it's just a legend? It's just a silly old legend? I thought it was like a real thing, like a real book, with people on it that sank and they died. I suppose that means my girlfriend's not real then. I guess there was some science along the way. When we were at that restaurant, the waiter, he said, "Why did you order 2 meals and not eat one of them?" And he just left it there to get cold. And I said, "Curb your tongue. That's my lady. And soon she will be departing on the great steamliner known as the Titanic that is definitely a real ship in the real world." And he said, "Wait, what?" She was real to me. Today's topic of discussion, the animated children's film, Titanic, The Legend Goes On. Yeah, I don't even know where to begin with this one. This movie was released in Italy in the year 2000, and for some reason it's based on the infamously tragic story of the RMS Titanic. Of course, why wouldn't it be? It's perfect material for a kid's film. Think of all the funny slapstick situations that could arise here. First Titanic, now this.
Yeah, there was a Titanic video game he
Titanic
reviewed.
Yet again.
What?
Can I say?
Yeah.
I guess a true story about a bunch of
Titanic, it was
people
called
crazy
too.
that
Yeah.
makes for some good media. This, of course, takes a close second to my other favorite questionably topic youth feature, Beauty and the Trail of Tears, or as it's known in the American localized version, Pocahontas. I don't really know what more to say about this. I mean, this film provides a great deal more questions than answers. It's somewhat of a rite of passage to see this for yourself. So, without further ado, let the pain begin. As you can see, the man,
I like this guy.
the legend responsible for this is a guy named Camillo Teddy. Sure to go down in history as one of Il Italiano Primo. Hey, you know what I'm saying? What's with these names? Yimin Magon? I guess that's just a foreign name, but Scarl? Poor bastard. His name was so beautiful before the accident. So much potential.
Yep, that's the type of animation we're getting.
Oh my god, it's terrible.
Would you look at that? They got to the point real fast on that one, huh? They sank that son of a bitch right away. So throughout this bizarre first scene, we're shown a diverse cast of characters that I can only assume are from the events preceding this one. You know, like before the ship sinks. I guess they were just trying to do a little something special here. A little Memento meets Titanic, really bold filmmaking. What sorrow I feel for these characters, so close to my own heart. Red-haired lady, brown-haired guy. Old woman 1 and 2, currently drowning human. There's 101 Dalmatian. 101 what? 101 what now? Mongo! Is that you? Hey, why save more people when you can save 2 dogs who will live for a collective 3 years after the end of this film? I guess Disney royalty will get you far in this life. finished here. I'm glad this man's violent death brought you momentary joy and distraction from the sinking of your ship. Maybe they were just enjoying his perfect 10 here. It's so weird. They just keep looping the same shots over and over and showing things that don't even look like they pertain to the moment at hand. Oh, and it's over. The movie now decides to start for real. Hope everyone's ready for some laughs, for some fun. Let's go on this animated adventure together. Maybe by the end of it, we'll be laughing like two old ladies on the verge of death on a lifeboat. Huh? Could happen. How can anyone be expected to try to enjoy this movie after being given that intro? Going into this movie, everyone already knows how it's going to end, but then they just reminded us in painstaking detail. What, and now I have to anticipate all these characters dying? I'm supposed to get invested in them emotionally? Camillo, you just gave me a fucking Final Destination vision of all my friends' deaths. You lunatic? So the story begins.
All the best come from Italy.
With the girl we saw in the previous scene on a train opening a locket, which seems to have a picture of herself inside it. I'll never forget you, me.
Stop moping over that picture. You're never going to find your precious mother.
Your precious mother!
Yeah, and for all intents and purposes, I hope that bitch is dead. Serves you right for sitting quietly on a train.
You're wrong. I will find her. And my father, too. I'll find them both.
Wow.
I guess that's
That looks horrible.
Oh my god, her like mouth moving just makes no.
I'll find her.
Yeah. Boarding the ship. Although only about 1/3 of them seem to have any semblance of originality. If you could call any of this original.
What have you got in there?
Mice.
What? Well, why are there anthropomorphic animals boarding the ship? And not to mention, every last one of them is based on some Disney or Don Bluth character. No, in fact, just about every character in this film is ripped off from something else. You've got Granny from Looney Tunes, you got a Cinderella thing going on here with the main character. There's the Dalmatians, as previously discussed, the mice from American Tail, the crow from Secret of Nim, Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland, Belle from Beauty and the Beast, and the geese straight out of the Aristocats. And it goes on from there. I just really don't understand where they could have been coming from when they were making this. Ripping off a bunch of classic cartoon characters and putting them on the Titanic? Camillo, you trying to make some sort of sick, twisted reality show? Camillo, what are you doing, huh? What are you doing to us? What are you doing to yourself? Oh no, Angelica here dropped her things.
Oh, Angelica, you really are.
Oh, what a nice man picking it up for her.
Here you are. Let's hope it's a smooth crossing.
Huh?
Excuse me, the fuck did you just say? You know something we don't? You got something to say? Why so devious?
Wait a second. I recognize that voice.
You're not really an old man. I knew it. He was the iceberg all along. I suppose it's easy pickings at this point, but what's with the jerky animation? Half the time, it doesn't even seem like the animators knew what they wanted from each shot. It's as if two directors constantly battled about what emotion the character in question should be displaying at any given moment. Not to mention the downright abruptly timed dialogue.
This is yours.
Oh, thanks. Well, I must have dropped this. I really owe you one. Is that all you have to say, Italian mouse? I suppose you're going to forget about A, I, O, and U. It's near impossible to follow what's going on in this movie. I'm not even exaggerating. There are so many characters doing so many things in such a short span of time. I even found myself mixing the characters up for real. The first time I watched this, I legitimately didn't know these two old ladies were different characters. They're different characters. There's just two evil stepmothers in this. Hey, more evil's better, right?
Everything's better when you're evil.
Oh, okay. Let me get this straight. The crow, he stole the pin out of the squirrel's hat there. Squirrel noticed, turned around, and then he left.
And the significance of that was?
Nothing. Well,
Yeah, what's with the costumes, guys? We've been on tour, senor. And cannot wait to get home, muchachos.
Do I need some more?
Decent. Should I join you? I play wicked bongos, you know.
Hey, listen, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you guys uncomfortable. I'll turn the movie off now if it helps. And if you don't mind me, I'll be over here in the corner celebrating the death of my own innocence. Right, Papa? I can still hear the screams, Papa!
They've had the wrong cup of mine.
Hey, guy, I don't think the captain can hear you. What you're saying is interesting and all, but at this moment, I think his brain is internally swelling.
You say pulling out of the harbor? We don't want to disturb the other liners with our what?
And away she goes, beginning the most magical of legends that definitely never happened at all, I swear. In the next scene, we're met with the two evil stepsisters, seemingly deciding what to wear.
Call her, Mummy! Call her at once! This is Angelica's fault.
Make her potatoes, Signora!
One at a time.
Did I stroke out? Did they stroke out? Someone has stroken out. I didn't do anything to alter that. That's how the movie comes packaged. That's how it's meant to be. It's art.
Look at this hole, my favorite dress. I wanted to let her. It's got bigger.
So, from what I can gather here, the main storyline is that Angelica here loses her prized locket and the search for it begins, sort of.
Pick up those bits of broken china at once.
What kind of sociopathic person wrote this movie? Who can even get into such a headspace?
Go on.
Throughout the movie, Angelica is seen being nice to the animals around the house, especially the one little mouse. So, the animals like her and elect to help her find the lost locket.
How about if she comes to our party, Mama? You're having one, aren't we?
We'll talk to Fritz about
His mouth didn't move.
I'm looking for.
If it hadn't been for you,
Get
I
ready
would
for
be now in
this.
someone else's digestion.
You know, there's something you should know, so I'm gonna tell you so. Don't sweat it. Forget it. Enjoy the show.
Oh
Get
my.
on, baby. Now it's time to unwind. Kick back, relax, take a load off your mind.
Yeah.
What the fucking fuck? There was no hint of this being a musical, and then all of a sudden the dog here comes and starts rapping.
Yeah.
Dude, this makes no sense.
Rapping in a style of music that won't be invented for some 70
Yeah.
years after this scene ends. All set against a modern-day Midtown Manhattan.
Yeah.
Listen to me, rhyming dog. Two can play at this game.
Only in New York can you do this and no one bats an eye.
Yeah, right.
Also, what does the mouse say after this all happens?
If it hadn't been for you, I would be now in someone else's digestion.
Yeah, that's what I was
Opening
thinking.
for 800.
We've done it again.
What? What have you done again? Nothing happened the first time to warrant this happening again. This is the first time I've seen you, I think. What is it, a common occurrence for you to go tying the legs of strangers together on a giant boat? Also, seriously, who are you?
Bonjour, mademoiselle. Pardon, monsieur. May I still have one moment?
What? Well, who is this? Who is that? What's happening?
Watch out for a couple of weirdos, a kind of crazy red-haired cat and someone I hesitate to call one of us, more like a bat than a dog.
Bat? Dog? Which dog? Who's this dog? Dogs? On the Titanic? She's sinking! The plot is sinking! Quick, hire the emergency writers! Oh! And at long last, our star-crossed lovers meet, and she instantly makes a pose as if she were trying to imitate what she saw someone do on the cover of Vogue. I don't think she realizes what she looks like there. I think in her head it's looking a lot better. Paint me! Like one of your French toys! Paint me! I bet you look ravishing in this. Whoa, slow down, Romeo. All right, leave some to the imagination. I'm pretty sure that's a big-ass pair of granny panties. I don't know that you really do want to see her in that. Darling, are these your skid marks? Whoa! He's going in for the touchdown! And then she just walks away. Typical, you know. She doesn't even want to be viciously molested. Talk about playing hard to get. And just like that, the next scene starts up with a new mouse. I don't remember this guy. He is holding an adorable tiny candle, though. I mean, come on, that's got to be one very small candle. Did he get that thing custom made? Eat up all you can, boys. You'll need your strength for the Mexican winter.
He's got a lot of props.
I
He's got
have no
good
idea
production
who this
value.
is
Yeah,
or
for
why
sure.
we're watching this, so let's just move on and pretend it didn't happen.
I think I must be going a bit soft in the head.
You're telling me Patrick Bateman Prince Charming has a pea brain? You gotta be pulling my leg, huh?
Well, I've never had a proper family, so I've always dreamed of making one. But I don't want to rush things. I have a whole life ahead of me.
Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. Wait, how does this movie end again?
Yeah, not that long.
Yeah, I wouldn't count on that whole life thing. Oh! And he's gone.
Excuse me, madam. You were talking to a young lady. How can I find her?
I know she often comes out here for walks. Oh, I must go in now.
Hey, Granny, where are you going? You just gonna bail on the combo? He's still talking to you. He's asking you a question. You can't do that.
Answer him, you old
God, Granny's
bitch.
aware of her own bail. She literally looks back and then lumbers away full Sasquatch mode. Oh, God, no. No, not this.
I would have thought you'd be upstairs listening to that wonderful singer.
I was too busy looking for someone.
Yep, creepy.
Are you gonna say something? You just not gonna reciprocate there?
I don't even know your name. Will I see you at the reception tonight?
That all depends if I get unstuck from being in 5 frames per second. So, after this encounter, Angelica goes back to Granny and explains how sad she is that she can't go to the reception with the guy she just met because she has nothing to wear. Upon hearing this, Granny offers Angelica her old dress from her youth, which she for some reason has with her on the ship.
I haven't worn this since my poor Francis took me to the opera for the first and last time.
Oh, Granny, how heartwarming. Wait, first and last. Granny, something you want to talk about? Is Uncle Francis, is he alright? Also, I don't want to know what happened in, around, or near that dress if Granny was so fond of that night. Yeah, I wouldn't do that, Angelica. Some Uncle Francis might still be on there, if you know what I'm saying. Just make sure this ball...
John can get nasty when he wants
What did my
to.
foster mother say? And Berners and Hortense. I wouldn't worry about them.
Yeah, mainly because I think no one knows who they are, or if they're even in this movie. Oh, hey, is that Uncle Francis back from the grave to give Granny one more night of fun? Oh, no. He's just 2 mice with a knife. Should've guessed, huh? Classic.
Ona Shmona. It's mine now, and I'm not giving it to anyone.
How quaint. A raven fell through the exhaust grate in my cabin.
No more nonsense. It's hers. Put it around her neck.
All right, I can see you're serious. Just please leave me and my family out of this.
Thank you.
Oh, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You're gonna get a disease. This is how the Black Plague started.
Sure, this is a photograph of my real mother.
What? You weren't sure? I think this is one of those things you gotta be sure about.
Yeah.
This isn't third class. Shh, Detective Bradbury, New York Police Department.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm here incognito on a special assignment. I want to catch the suspects red-handed. Get it?
No.
Somebody broke into my cabin and stole the locket, but that's all they took.
Excuse me, I couldn't help hearing what you said.
Bro, what's with the red hair and black beard?
Yeah, right.
Have a good look for you. Once again, who is this
Weird.
and why?
There's so many different characters.
Bless you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I'm just a little embarrassed at my sneezes. I think they make me look like a little scared boy. Wow, it's beautiful. The song that plays about them is already in total longer than the amount of time they've actually spent in each other's presence. I'm not sure what's going on here, but the guy in the black hair is taking some sort of issue with Angelica, and then he comes up and straight up points to her tits for like 10 seconds. Realistically, I think he was just trying to save her from the clutches of Jack the Charming.
I know who stole my locket. It was that girl.
No, I don't think it was her.
What was that?
Perhaps the locket is back with its rightful owner.
What does he mean by that?
Yeah, what does he mean by that?
Okay.
No, you know nothing about me.
Nothing? What do you mean? I know... Oh, wait, no, you're right. I do know absolutely zero about you besides your name. In fact, I don't even think I know your name. You didn't tell me. You just walked away. Maybe we should just call this whole thing off, or at least think it through.
Nothing you could tell me could prevent me from loving you.
Even if I were to say something like, I reject all your sexual advances? Oh, yeah, okay, no, I can now see that that is not going to stop you either. What's going on here? How'd everyone get to a
Little sound
vantage point
effects
to watch
kill
this
me.
all at once? Nobody noticed they're being watched here? And they lived happily ever after, as skeletons at the bottom of the ocean.
Why such pain?
Hey, everything went perfectly to plan. What a perfect scene, am I right? 10 out of 10. Okay, I think we're done with the worst of it. Love interest, kissed, everything's falling into place. The movie's got to wrap up at some point now.
Oh boy.
makes more sense than hip-hop, dog, in terms of time period. Oh no. Well, this is getting sinister. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Look at that! What, you never seen this before? That's not just ice.
Well, let me just get in focus here.
Dear God, it's an iceberg! Hello? There's an iceberg right in our path!
Who is this? I told you to stop calling this number.
Same shot.
So, finally, the iceberg
What?
hits.
Just like
General mayhem
over and over.
ensues, and all the
Yeah.
characters scramble to reach the boat's exit. Yeah, buddy, save that energy. Don't want to expend it before you get rowing.
I know they played music,
Hey!
but damn.
What a shit show. What horror I witnessed that day. Surely I will never forget it as long as I live. Wow, I can't believe it. This movie's finally drawing to a close. So William, the love interest, breaks a window with a wicker chair somehow and escapes the ship. All the while, Angelica seems unaffected by his suspected untimely death.
Do you still have a picture in the locket?
Yes. Ever since my mother put it around my neck as a baby.
And then left you because she was forced to.
No.
While they're literally on the boat.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
all along, this woman was
What a
Angelica's
coincidence.
mother. Hooray! She's been found! Oh, but her dad, she said she'd find?
And my father too. I'll find them both.
Nah, he's dead still. Or missing. Or worse, dead and missing. But hey, at least she found her mom.
Look, over there. It looks like someone in the water.
Oh my god, there he is, just in the nick of time.
Did not him.
Yeah.
It's not him.
Ah, false alarm, it's not William, throw him back. Are you serious? It's the detective with the red hair and mismatched beard from earlier? So the literal only reason for that character existing was for this one gag at the end of the film, the bait and switch. I bet the writers really patted themselves on the back for this one.
Hang on!
It's
There he
William.
is.
Then, in a joyous twist of fate, William is recovered.
Darling, it's me, Angelica. Where's William?
Look at that!
Where's William? What do you have, the brain of a baby? You don't got object permanence yet? The moment he's out of sight, he's gone from your reality.
Please,
Please, what?
open your eyes.
Oh, okay. No, never mind. Close them. Throw me back.
Oh my god.
And on that day, they lived happily ever after. But just then, it was honestly pretty terrible for just about everyone else. Most of them perished, but at least the Mexican funny mice lived.
Wait a minute. Where are you going? The movie isn't over yet.
What? No,
Uh.
no, come on.
Don't you want to know what happened to everybody? We're sitting really pretty.
No, you can't be serious. There's a Where Are They Now segment? I'll tell you where they are now, at the bottom of the fucking ocean. Are you crazy? But this isn't even the only Italian animated Titanic film that features talking mice. The other being called The Legend of the
Yeah.
Titanic.
Yeah,
The
also called.
Legend of the Titanic.
And there's a
Did anyone
sequel to that
discuss
one
this
about
that
Atlantis.
day? Was that the day the world's biggest meatball was made and the Titanic sinking was just a footnote right at the bottom? Looks like I need to lay her to rest once and for all. Move on.
Like Kate
I'll never
Winslet.
let go
Yeah.
of what you've done to me, that is, which is quite a lot, really. You're a terrible, terrible thing to the depths with you.
Oh my god, back to the ocean!
Thank you so much for watching. If you like what I do here, consider supporting my awesome sponsor, Harry's Razors.
You talked about him having good production value.
Oh, yeah, it's unbelievable.
Fresh
Well,
and
he's got some major
affordable. I'm not
sponsors
judging,
over the
though.
years.
If you use my
Okay.
special coupon
And,
code JonTron at checkout, you'll get $5
along
off
with,
your first purchase.
That's a nice coat.
How long's he been doing it for? 'Cause, I mean, it seems like he's pretty well versed at this point.
He started making videos in 2010, and he started out as a gamer, and over time he shifted to movies. As he put it, he just didn't want to keep doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
And then he shifted to other stuff. He reviews pretty much anything. He did a video reviewing drug PSAs that me and Guy reacted to.
Yeah.
Workplace safety videos.
Okay.
Weird workout videos. he did a whole video about O.J. Simpson's workout tape. And
how old is he?
He's like, I think this year he'll be 30.
Okay, so he's a little bit older.
He used to be a co-host on the popular gaming channel Game Grumps.
Okay.
He's not anymore, but that's where some people knew him at first.
Yeah.
But he's done a lot of stuff, and I really like John. He's very talented. Some of his early videos are really fast-paced, so it's a little hard to get into them.
Yeah.
But over time, he's become better at having good timing, and as you can see, he clearly has a budget.
Yes, for sure. No, it seems like he's definitely. It's well done. The production value is very good.
Yeah, and he obviously has a staff of people that work for him.
Yeah.
Set builders, editors, occasional co-writer.
Yeah, I wonder how much money he makes. Like, it seems like it must do pretty well. How much views does he get in his videos normally?
Normally they get a couple million right away.
Wow, so he is very successful.
He did a video about 2-3 years ago where he reviewed flex tape commercials.
Yeah, those commercials are hilarious.
His review of flex tape got like 50 million, maybe more views, if I remember right. And his most recent video, which is about Steven Seagal, just Steven Seagal.
It just is, ridiculousness.
Yeah, I think it has a couple million right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, John does pretty well for himself. Very talented guy. Had a controversy here and there, but people let it slide because he knows what he does.
Yeah. Was it anything major or just...
I'll tell you afterwards.
Yeah.
And how does the movie look?
Ridiculous. I don't even know how you get, like, a production crew to actually, like, buy in to make this movie. Like, there's, like, it makes no sense. The fact that, like, it shouldn't even been on the Titanic. It should have just been, like that piece of history had played no part in the actual role of the movie until the last, like, 10 minutes when the thing starts out, when the ship actually sinks.
Yeah.
And, like, all the talking animals, it's like, what are you going for here? Like, what's the purpose of this movie?
And I actually first discovered this movie when Doug Walker, the nostalgia critic, reviewed it.
Oh, he did too?
And he had a couple of similar jokes, but his own thing. He was equally perplexed by the rapping dog.
Yeah.
He made a few more jokes about the racist mice.
Yeah.
And, speaking of which, what did you think of the rapping dog part?
Just made note. Also, the fact that, like, they, like, show him rapping, and then there's the modern day skyscrapers in the background.
He's got the shirt, the shorts.
Yeah, ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, and it just didn't even, like, fit. And even, like, throughout this scene before, where, like, the mouse is like, if it wasn't for you, I'd be in someone else's digestion.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Weird.
It's as if, like, someone who, like, doesn't speak English, or, like, maybe, like, really broken English, wrote the script, like an Italian who, like, doesn't speak a lot of English, wrote the script and, like, just didn't really understand how English language should be done.
Yeah, like, it kind of, I guess it could sound like someone who doesn't understand English, but they're told how to say it, so they say it without really knowing what it means.
Exactly, like, they're missing such basics to the English language. It was funny.
The animation looks cheap and dreadful.
Oh my god, the cheapest. Like, whenever a character's speaking, it doesn't, like, the lips moving does not match what they're saying in the slightest. Like, it's not like they're even trying to do so.
Totally, and the stuff with the talking animals, it's strange, doesn't fit into anything. And yeah, another unintentionally creepy romance between the human people.
Yeah, I wouldn't even have thought it was creepy if he hadn't done that, but the more he kept showing it, you're like, yeah, this guy is a little bit of a weirdo.
Yeah, like, you fuckers barely know each other, and he's like, nothing could stop me from loving you.
They spent more time developing, like, the little animals and, like, her, like, quest to find the locket than, like, the whole romance of the...
Yeah.
Which makes no sense.
And it's kind of a reverse of Titanic, where it was Kate Winslet, all rich and shit.
Yeah.
Leo DiCaprio as the poor boy, and here she's part of a rich family, but she's like the rags Cinderella.
Yeah.
And it's the boy who's rich.
Yeah, true.
What were your favorite gags in the video?
It's a good point. Like, the part when, like, they first show, like, the three, like, Spanish mice, Mexican mice, I don't even know what nationality.
Mexican.
Gotta be Mexican, right?
Sombreros,
100%. when he was all dressed up in the sombrero. Probably the best would be the Titanic one at the very end where he's like lying on the shipwreck and he like the guy pops back up like, oh, you dropped your movie, get back down there.
My favorites are when he yells, "The plot is sinking," and he throws the script out the window.
That was a good one.
I also really liked, I liked seeing when he filmed himself going through the streets of New York with the boombox.
Yeah, that was funny.
And yeah, you know, he could do that and no one would really care.
Yeah, and it's like another day in New York. Someone else doing something weird.
And his other reviews I kind of enjoy are in between this video and many others. He had like a whole series he did throughout the year called Starcade that was all leading up to the release of The Force Awakens.
Yeah.
And he reviewed every Star Wars video game from the Atari games in the 80s to modern day Nintendo
like
products.
Battlefront and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, that shit. And then he ended it by reviewing the notorious 1978 TV movie, The Star Wars Holiday Special.
Yeah, I remember that one.
He doesn't put out videos that often. Sometimes
it must take some time to edit those bad boys because there's a lot going on.
Yeah, like there was one point where he went 11 months without putting up a video, but
Really?
unlike certain people, you knew he was taking his time. Like he takes big breaks and then he puts out a couple, and it's not like there's a Patreon involved. He's sponsored. He has his own money, so he can afford to take the breaks. And
so it's almost like he's like they're like seasons to a show almost, where like he takes time to like actually like film it and edit it, and so then he releases them all.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Him and the Unusual Suspect are YouTubers that fall into the George R.R. Martin of creativity.
Yeah.
They don't put it out that often, but when they do, it's worth the wait.
Yes. Okay, that makes sense.
So, interested in checking out more of his stuff someday?
Yeah, I like JonTron. No, definitely.
Cool.
It's different just because I think we've done so much Channel Awesome in the past when I've came here, and I do like them a lot, but it is interesting to see just a different take, because his production's completely different, you know what I mean, where I feel like
completely.
Doug, like, they definitely show, like, clips from the movie and stuff, but, like, and there are props and stuff, but, like, this is more of, like, I'm trying to think of the way to describe it, but it's,
it has more of a cinematic feel to it.
Yeah, exactly. More, like, edited, more, yeah, it's different, and I kind of like it. He did a good job.
Cool. I first discovered him when he made a cameo in a NC.
Yeah.
Doug used him for the intro he did for every Halloween episode in 2014. We see a point of view of a killer who goes up to Doug and stabs him, and then we see the killer lift the mask, and it's John, who's like, that's for reviewing Food Fight, which he also reviewed.
That's fun. So they know each other. I mean, I assume they would because they're in the same kind of industry.
It's the only time they work together.
Yeah.
John had a bit of a controversy afterwards, and I don't think people were happy to work with him for a while, but
yeah, true.
He kind of moved past that, and he's still producing content, still going strong, and he knows what to say, what not to these days, and it's always enjoyable.
Yeah. I
enjoy him, and if you haven't checked him out yet, do it. You'll have a pretty fun time. Wonderful! Thank you for joining me, Nick.
Of course, this was a good one.
It's great to have you back, my brother, and I will see you again soon, and hopefully someday when things are less hectic, I can bring you and Matt, maybe Allie back.
Yeah, should get all three of us. That'd be fun.
Well, sayonara, people.
See you later.